And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
You all right, Mr. Nesbitt?
I don't. Oh, God. What time is it?
Thursday. You've been unconscious for 3 days.
Nothing new there, then, eh? Oh, I had a terrible dream there, Doc. A nightmare. I dreamt there was a Church of Scotland minister sitting in my bed trying to give me hope. I could feel the life drawing right at me.
That'd be the Reverend Ives, the hospital padre. That's him over there.
Mr. Nesbitt, we've just been praying for you. Have you thought about letting God enter your life?
No, you're all right, pal. God and I's got this wee arrangement. He doesn't enter my life, and I don't break into his kingdom and knock his video shite in his carpet. Sounds fair to you?
It would be to your benefit, you know. Yes, faith can provide great consolation for those in trouble.
Aye, well, you see, that's your faith, you see. I have my own faith.
You have?
Aye, I worship the devil in all his works. As a matter of fact, the wife and I's having a wee satanic ritual next week. Not formal, you understand, you know. Sex orgy, drug-induced trance, maybe a wee spot of human sacrifice. Why don't you pop round after Evensong if you fancy a mystery shag?
I'll take that as a no, shall I?
Let's start. Looks like you've made a friend there, eh?
It's not enough that I beat cancer. Now this bastard's going to try and bore me to death.
Can I just correct a false impression here? You haven't beaten cancer. You've still got it.
See, call me pedantic, but should we not be indulging in a spot old-fashioned role-playing here, eh? Should you not be hitting me with one or two cuddly euphemisms like, where there's life, there's hope, and together we can beat this thing and all that kind of shit? That's what happens in casualty.
Look, you're not a fool. This is a terminal ward. Look around you. We're stuffed to overflowing with patients dying on the cheap from painful and degrading diseases. You want it straight, I've given it to you. Now, is there anything else? Because I've other patients to attend to.
Just one thing. What are the odds here? I mean, what chance have I got?
You're a government man, aren't you? But the same chance Rangers have of winning the European Cup.
Playing another log in the furnace? I'm coming in.
What a friend we have in Jesus, all our griefs and sins to bear. What a privilege to carry.
Hell of a sorry to hear about RAB, Mary Hen.
Absolutely devastated, Mary.
I just wanted to thank you and the boys for offering to do the funeral party for us. It's a big help.
No bother, Mary. We know it's been a difficult time for you.
Aye, see that again? Gash getting married, RAB at death's door. It's just good to know you've got friends you can count on.
Mary, Hen, what can I say? Well, if there's anything I can do, anything at all...
Thanks, Jamesy.
Listen, maybe once RAB's passed on, or maybe once somebody will just run a message for you.
Aye, maybe it's Jamesy.
You know, maybe he's wanting that same somebody to sit down and just talk with you, and there needs to be a shoulder to cry on, to dry a tear for your eye, and maybe even as a friend, just to throw a leg on you, undo your plan, do your way.
Aye, I get the picture, Jamesy. Cheers.
She's going to have to snap out it. She can't grieve her RAB forever, you know.
Take it easy, James. He's not dead yet.
Oh, that's right. Don't make me feel guilty.
Well, we better get up to the hospital. You ready, Sid?
You kidding? We've got a Brookside omnibus taped.
See ya.
Stay right where you bloody well are. Now, you lady, you can go and run your ass up a cheese grater for a walk here. But you boy are coming with me.
Hey, wait a minute. Just
Wait, nothing.
Your dad hasn't got time to wait, has he? And if he dies while you're sprawled across a park or all with your digit up her shug watching the telly, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Now, do you want that in your conscience, or do you know? And what the hell are you looking at?
All right. If you put it that way, see you later, Matt.
See you, Gatch.
I'm going. Boys, they're all the same, aren't they? Of course, maybe what you need is no a boy, but a mature man, eh?
Well, there's a fine line between mature and rancid, isn't there, Mr. Cotter? But if I ever develop a taste for shagging the living dead, I'll be sure to give you a phone.
Cheerio.
What are you looking for, James?
I could have sworn I'd a pair of boys when I came in here.
Rab.
Da. Some bad news, Ma.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding, he's only sleeping.
Irresponsible, we put the wind up with your daughter, so you did. How is it?
No change to speak of. Little bursts of energy between great prolonged drafts of sleep.
Sounds like my dad, all right.
Go and get to, will you?
It's gallows humour, Ma. I'm just nerved up, no?
I'm afraid at this stage, length of survival comes down to how strong the will is to live. Otherwise, the danger is he just gives up the ghost and drifts off quietly in his sleep. The Reverend Ives here has been trying to offer some support.
Get that unctuous fiddling! Don't call him something! Whatever you go!
If there's anything I can do, Mrs. Nesbitt.
Thanks. Cheerio.
Nelly, did you get me that wee message?
Aye, I did, Rab. If you ask me, you're being hell of a stupid.
Oh, aye, right enough. I could get cancer, couldn't I?
For it is better if the will of God be so that ye suffer for well-doing than suffer for evil-doing. For Christ also hath once suffered us,
Takes you back, doesn't it?
just for the unjust.
Mind the school service.
Therefore,
The three most
since
terrifying
Christ
words
suffered
in the
in
English
body,
language. Let
arm
us
yourselves also
pray.
with the same attitude.
You knew then you were in for about 20 feet of blank verse with a numb bum at the end of it.
Would you care to join us, Mr. Nesbitt?
What? For the Masonic version of Christianity? Oh, aye. And lo, 3 Protestants came from the Eastern Star, bearing gifts, gold, frankincense, and Nick Faldo Golf Club. And they looked upon the Saviour and said, Verily, I think he looketh a bit papal to me. Look at the way his eyebrows meeteth in the middle. And look at the way his booties waggle when we showeth him the video of Riverdance. Nevertheless, we shall call him Finlay. Finlay Kirstorfen Christ. St. Pamper's name down for St. Andrews. And we shall buy him a helmet imp for his 21st. Oh, you're all right. I think I'll just have a fag instead.
There's no smoking in here. You realise that?
Yes. You might show some consideration for the rest of us.
Oh, aye, right enough, right enough. I wouldn't want to damage your health, and I'm not with it.
That's not the point. Our time is at least as valuable as yours.
You want a cigarette? You come out here and you put it out. There you are. I'm 1/4 alive, and you buggers is 3/4 dead, so that kind of evens up the score, doesn't it? I am heartily sick of you, holy bastard. So come ahead, you hams at your ass.
Wait, will they?
I tell you.
Nonsense now. Don't you people better things to do with your time?
We're hanging around here waiting to die. What would you suggest?
Ludo?
Nenny asked me twice. I'm out here.
Right. Rab's funeral fanny list. I hope you've been doing your research.
Aye.
OK, we'll start with 3C. Janice Hunter.
Married.
Ah, but her man died last year.
Excellent. Maggie Berry.
Husband's deed. Coronary.
Yes. Now, keep it going. We're on a roll here. Now, the Barbarella of St. Metalworks High. Wilma Scott. Oh, please, God, make her man be on his third triple bypass.
Even better, he ran off with a teenage temptress.
Oh, yes. Not only available, but vulnerable.
Not only that, she's living round the corner. I spoke to her on the phone. She says she'll come over later to discuss the arrangement.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. What a send-off is it going to be? Do you realise that all the funny we missed on the first time round is going to come walking through that door?
All we need now is for Rab to croak it.
All right, boys.
Rab, what are you doing here?
What do you think? I bust out the hospital.
Bust out?
What's the matter with you? Is there no place to see me?
Aye, over the moon. No, not really. Tell him, Andrew.
Well, tell him, Jamesy.
Well, naturally, Rab, my heart sings to see you. It's a bit of a bummer as well, seeing as how we're planning your wake.
My wake?
All right, Rab. You're looking well.
Look, Rab, no offence. It's just that we're expecting some birds to come round, so, well, gonna piss off.
And we mean that in a caring 90s sort of way, Rab.
Oh, aye, Rab. I mean, if it was anything else but birds, eh? I mean, you understand, don't you?
It's no bother. No, it's no bother. I'll,
Right, who's next?
Barely caught the mood of the moment there, eh?
Well, we've had a few customers bust out of here in the past, but most of them tend to stay out. They don't usually bust back in again the same afternoon.
Well, I never said I was papillon, did I? You buggers didn't keep us in the dark. Might not feel the need to bust out. Maybe come to terms with what was happening to us.
Aye. Maybe you're right. And that's why I've asked you in for this wee chat. Have a drink?
I don't want a drink. It's not a big one. Don't bother dirtying the glass.
And I'd like you to have a look at this.
An ugly bastard, isn't it?
Are you kidding? I call this one Cindy Crawford compared to some of the spinal jobs I've worked on.
You've got quite a personal interpretation of bedside manner, haven't you?
If it's consolation you're after, maybe you should be speaking to the minister.
Don't worry. I gave up my taste for shiting onions years ago in the Life Boys. On you go.
Then I can tell you, your survival chances are slim. Gastric cancer is normally fatal unless it can be treated surgically.
So, a quick wee snip and then it's you and I up the David Lloyd Club for a game of tennis, eh?
Yours can't be treated surgically.
What made me think you were going to say that? Take another look at my nose. For God's sake, there must be something you can do. You bastards don't know anything.
We don't know enough, Mr. Nesbitt. I wish the hell we did. Look, I'll have a word with the senior consultant, but I doubt if he'll tell us anything we don't already know. So, don't build your hopes up, okay?
Well, thanks very much for your time. You useless bag of pussy you are. Call yourself a doctor. You couldn't cure a herring.
I'm only a doctor, Mr. Nesbitt. I'm not a miracle worker. And thanks for your time. It's much more precious than mine.
All right. So it's not his fault. I know that, right? But when somebody tells you you're going to croak, you don't exactly tend to say, oh, well, thanks very much for that information. Do join me for a sherry in the afterlife. You do not, boy. You feel your heart sink, your bowels open, and your life pissing down that big black drain to nowhere.
See how it... Mr. Nesbitt. We're just going to hold a wee service for Tim. You remember the HIV positive who died last week? Would you care to join us?
You never give up, do you? Tell you what, the day you sing a song that's worth singing, that is the day that I'll join you. Not until.
As you wish. Before our good friend Tim died, he made a very particular request. Instead of a hymn, he wanted us to sing his favourite song, which was very close to his heart. I hope you'll bear with me as I try to do it justice. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. And I spent so many
Fair, fair, a deal's a deal. That's the government equivalent of the Lord's Prayer there, you know.
How to get along.
Now you're talking my language. And so you're back from outer space. Sing your bastard, sing!
I might have known Wilma wouldn't turn up. And I'd even to unblock the U-bend before Ina'd give us a pass out.
What's so bad about that?
Without a brush.
What is it with you wimps? Ain't you never been out in beaver patrol before? You's no know that the beavers is cautious. You's no watched David Attenborough. Right. Now, David Attenborough, he will lurk behind twigs for days, just waiting for an animal to drop its kegs. Then, once it's got its kegs off, he's in there straight away with his camcorder, right up the bush, getting a lot. You mark my words, right? David Attenborough is so good, he could work for readers' wives. And why? Because David Attenborough's smart. He's wily. He's what? Wilma! Wilma Scott!
That's me, all right. Terrible news about RAB, isn't it?
Oh, come down. Oh, sod, Rab. Why don't we go back to your house and just rummage about in the drawers in the past? Oh, Wilma, you look brilliant. You haven't changed at all.
Maybe not, but I have.
Wilma!
That's me, the Barbarella of St Metalwork High. You've already met my daughter. Marvellous for her age, ain't she, Mr Cotter? You know, people often mistake us for sisters.
All right. You sure you're not just taking a piss?
Same old James.
Same old Wilma.
I finched these out of the doctor's office. I know you're supposed to be brave, resilient and plucky right up to the end. I cannot be arsed. You see, the way I look at it is, life is like a party. You should always have a good grace to go before you're asked to leave. I'd rather go now. Well, I still got my wits about me, you know, than end up doolally with rusks dribbling down my chin. Or some wee camp male nurse with sensitive hands gives me 4 more bed baths a day than I actually need. You know what I'm saying? Well, cheers. How nice, actually. I know. We class. Right up to the last.
Oh, my God.
Dr. Ford?
Let's him come in round now. Inconsiderate swine.
Aye. He's the type who gives people like us a bad name.
What have we done? What have we done?
You tried to top yourself, you selfish bastard. You've been spark out for 36 hours.
hope my snoring didn't keep you all awake.
Oh, don't apologise to us. Apologise to him.
Aye, he's been sat there praying for you non-stop since you were found.
I don't know, you're gonna die anyway, so where's the point in topping yourself?
I had no option but to top myself. The telly was shite. No choice but to start thinking. Always a minefield for scum to blunder into.
Say that again?
I was being ironic, you witless tosser that you are. And I'll tell you this, if I have pulled through this coma, it's got bugger all to do with players and everything to do with luck. Yeah, that, or there's some bugger up there having a bloody good laugh at my expense. Look at the facts, boy. Look at the facts. I want to live, so he gives me a terminal illness. I want to top myself, so he makes me live. But then, the best it is, wait to hear the punchline. I've still got the terminal disease. Talk about laugh. Talk about bloody laugh. So say no prayers for me, boy. Don't you talk to me about bloody prayers.
Mr. Nesbitt, you've come round. The prayers must have worked then, eh? Something I said?
Yeah. Yeah. And you're absolutely sure about this, Sir Alistair? Well, we've been trying him on those for about a week now. OK, well, I'll notify his next of kin. Thanks for your time. Bye.
It isn't easy having faith, you know.
Oh, I know, it can't be easy for you, right enough. I mean, there you are, labouring at the cold face of Christian thought every day, twice on a Sunday, and all on a measly 20,000 a year stipend, free bungalow and a tax-deductible Ford Mondeo. Christ, you're practically Francis of Assisi.
Listen, I think it's none of my business, but would you like me to slip him a little injection? We do it all the time. His family will never twig.
No, thanks very much for offering, but I could use a couple of Rennies, if you don't mind.
Listen, you hearing me, lady. He knows what I think. Faith is the substitution of emotion for evidence.
So that's to be your level, is it, eh? All right, then, let's swap cliches. To a religious mind, atheism is the most conventional way of being unconventional. Pontoon to me, I think, eh?
Give me 10 minutes and I'll come back with an ad lib. Fair pulled out of the hat, didn't it? Yes! Oh, no!
What happened, nurse?
And it's the third round of this vital Booper Cup tie between HIV United and Cancer Unathletic. And the slim midfield genius, Nesbitt, kicks off for Unathletic. Hey!
Come on, HIV! Into these slapping, falling bastards!
Cancer, get totally into these skinny virus, right?
Hey, what you up to, Scotty? Hey,
Get it about. We're not terminals here. Nobody got time to service this pension.
Mr. Nesbitt! Come on, hey!
What are you doing here? It's no visiting time.
Tell him, Doctor.
Mr. Nesbitt, about 10 days ago, I ran the results of your test past Sir Alistair Devon, a visiting consultant. His verdict was that you'd been misdiagnosed. Yours is a low-grade B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is occasionally treatable with simple antibiotics.
So, they've been slipping me antibiotics along with your painkillers. Tell him, Doctor.
Mr. Nesbitt, it's simple. You're going to get better.
Do you hear that, Rap? What do you say to that, eh?
Don't you take a push out of me, you twisted bandit, you. I still can't take this in. How'd it happen again?
Like I said, Mr. Nesbitt, there's a chance that your condition would respond to good old-fashioned antibiotics. It happens in under 10% of cases. The odds were against you, but you got lucky.
Lucky? Why, that's a first for us, Mary, eh?
Aye, more than you can say for some poor souls, eh?
What in the name, look?
Ah, Mr. Nesbitt. Huh? A wee bit of role reversal, eh? Your turn to pray for me now.
Aye, well, you know me. Aaron for the laugh, eh? All the best.
Listen, I better go. Oh, by the way, next time I give you good news, remind me to stand further back, eh?
2, 3, 4. I will survive. As long as I know how to love,
We always knew you'd pull through, Rab. We never stopped praying for you, did we?
No. I will survive. Hey,
You see that, man? I didn't realise I had that many friends.
Welcome home, Rab. Remember us?
Oh, Miracle! Meet the Spice Girls!
We're like the old Spice Girls. Janice Hunter, very pleased to meet you.
Wilma Scott. Excuse me. Oh, no offence, Mary. I've been wanting to do that for years.
Don't you worry about it, doll. She's used to it. People are doing that to me all the time, you know.
Don't you get above yourself. I get my offers as well, don't I, Jamesy?
Great to see you back, Rab.
One nap. What?
you dirty bastard!
Business as usual, mate, yeah?
Business as usual, Rab.
You cup of tea, eh?
Cup of tea, Rab.
Pizza!